Today is August 20. This is my third video and it's almost evening time. So I made a video in morning, then in afternoon, and now it's evening time. So the afternoon video I made, I really exposed these people. When I say these, I mean Illuminati, Freemason, CIA, FBI, NSA, Green Beret, SEALs, Delta Force, all these, Washington, Pentagon, everybody, right? All these people. So in that I said how they were using directed energy weapons to give me shooting needle pain in my waist, and now they are just giving another shooting needle pain in my rectum, in my poop, right? As I'm saying, so they are doing it live in this, like they are doing it in real time. That's what I mean. Then they gave me shooting needle pain in my armpit when I went back to cook. Right after I made that video, I went back in the kitchen, I was cooking, and so they started to do all that, and they pulled my right eardrum very much. It was very intense because I talked about Havana syndrome. I talked about CI director William Burns, how he was talking about Havana syndrome, So, well, whenever these people speak, they always say lie, because nobody's going to do it to them, because they are part of Freemasons and Illuminati and Satanists and Luciferian people, right? They are not going to do it to themselves, or nobody else is going to do to them. So it's them who are targeting the citizens, the regular citizens like me, but I'm kind of starseed or chosen one, or the targeted individual who has this positive light and positive energy in me. And so they need to continuously do Operation Stargazer on me 24/7, 365 days, because we are a threat to the cabal. Okay, we are a threat to the cabal. And so they say that how they will use directed energy weapons, okay, and how to break them and super interrogate them is like to us. So if they're using directed energy weapons, giving me shooting needle pains in my waist, in my armpit, but everything on the right side, or electric shock on my head, and they actually intensified everything, right after I made that video, when I showed all this, right after that video, they had guts to intensify. The intensity that they were attacking me with directed energy weapons was immense. Like usually they do it subtle, okay? Rarely sometimes they do it very, very strongly. It's very painful, right? Like for example, right now they have started to give me shooting needle pain in my right armpit. Now they had stopped giving me in armpit for many months, and in fact past few years they had stopped giving me in my right armpit, but suddenly they started again. So anyway, so what I was doing in the kitchen, so the moment I took out the onions, they started to give me a little bit of well, first I went to wash my hands, right? So initially where I have a kitchen window, and from there I can see the patio, and in the afternoon video I said that how my in-laws, they were cooking something, and so I don't know, they had to make issue, but I was just looking at it, so they know that what I'm seeing, so they wanted to make issue about that thing that they had made, and they placed it in the sun to dry it out. So I don't know, they wanted to make issues, so they started giving me shooting needle pain in my waist on the right side of my abdomen. Then I'm making this. I was chopping onions. I took out quinoa, and they again started doing the same thing, shooting needle pain in my abdomen. Then for tomatoes, the moment I took out tomatoes, God knows what, they started pulling the right side of my eardrum extreme, like it was so painful. They intensified there, and right now as I'm speaking, they are giving me shooting needle pain in my right armpit continuous. Like they're not stopping, they're continuously doing it. Okay, so I have to hold my thumb in my armpit. Okay, like I said, for past 2 years almost, they had stopped giving me everything in my armpit. They usually would do it only in my abdomen area. So then for tomatoes, they really pulled my right eardrum. So again, they were trying to damage you. I talked about how they damaged my right eardrum already, because when certain music is playing, or like certain like I'm even sometimes like there's chopping sound or something, and the inner veil of the, I don't know what you call inner veil, or whatever that is, in the eardrum, it just starts to kind of flap. I can hear the continuous flapping sound, which is in synchronization with whatever the sound is being played outside. So I never used to have that, and like I said, I don't have it in the left ear. Why not? Because they have continuously pulled my right eardrum. I'm not talking about ears, I'm talking about eardrum, like inside. Okay, they have been pulling it. So so yeah, they wanted to make issue about tomatoes. Like I said, how even I was washing lettuce the other day, they started to give me electric shock on the right side of my head. They wanted to make issue about lettuce. Okay, so there is no reason. They just want to hone into something and start making issue about that. Continuous. Okay, so here, and then suddenly they give me an induced song, which means you know, I have only little, I just need little more. So basically they mean like sense, common sense or logic or whatever. In that sense, it's a Hindi, it's a Bollywood song, but they will immediately play a song. I told you in my previous video that how they were synchronizing all the songs according to my situation. Like for example, today morning when we started to make this, it's kind of crisp rice crisp that my in-laws were making. So I don't make it, it's them who make it, so I've never made it for 10 years then, because I and my hubby, we were alone in the house. They moved with us just last year, 2021 October, right? So this was the first time that we were making, and so my father-in-law came to just show me how to place the dough and how to press it, and like he was just showing me. And so immediately these people started to play a song in my head that I'm just like a flower bud, I still need to bloom. Okay, that is the song they immediately started to play in my head, and like I started to sing. It's called induced speech. Okay, that is what Dr. Eric Karlstrom was talking about in my yesterday's video. I just posted that, showing Dr. Eric Karlstrom that how he's talking about induced speech, induced thoughts, and induced dreams, which these people have been giving it to me now. So this was the song they started playing then. So anyways, after I made the video, and then I go back out in the kitchen to cook a little bit. So then I think they didn't do much, but they were giving me, I don't know, shooting needle pain for quite some time. They kept giving me. Making here and there, and then oh yeah, whatever the peel that I had roasted some vegetables too. So the moment I was whatever the peel that I had collected in a bowl, I went to like throw it in the trash, and they immediately gave me needle pain in my poop, like in my anus, right? So they wanted to, oh, look, it's a poop, it's a poop food, right? Like roasted vegetables are like poop food. Okay, for them everything is a poop. Like I said, for them quinoa is a poop, onions are poop, tomatoes are poop, lettuce is a poop, cilantro is a poop, lemons are poop, everything is poop for them. Okay, because their main goal, because see, they it is necessary to round up star seeds who could cause the cabal trouble to interdict and subdue any star visitors who are on the ground, because they are forcing and actively planning for the day when the UFO cover-up falls out. Now, what is UFO cover-up? UFO is nothing but jinn and demons and aliens, right? Whatever you are seeing flying, that is nothing but jinn, demons, and fallen angels. They are not UFOs. Alien is nothing but a lie, and right in your face they tell you it's a lie. And then for anybody with these Maui wildfires, if anybody's thinking that your government won't do anything to the citizens, this is the homemaker's recipe, and this is what they've been doing it with me, because kind of I'm a homemaker, but they have been doing all these electronic surveillance and don't even see these dates. Okay, they're gonna put these dates, they're gonna write, oh, all this is we are not doing this project anymore, just like COINTELPRO and Manchurian Candidate, right? They are not doing any of these experiments on citizens. No, this is going on right now with me, when they are doing electric shock, shooting needle pains, reading my mind, uploading my brain to some computer, and all these military activities like right over my house. All this is going on, but I want to show you that how evil these people can get. And don't forget, all your these so-called federal agencies, Jehovah's Witnesses, politicians. See, we had 44 presidents that were Freemasons, okay? And for that, one needs to read this book. It's called, Thomas R. Horn has written this book. It is called Zeitgeist 225, Countdown to the Secret Destiny of America. The Lost Prophecies of Qumran and the Return of Old Saturn's Reign. And here he clearly writes that hang on for the ride of your life, as Dr. Horns catalogs how the New World Order is already embracing and preparing for the second coming of its cherished new gods. Who are these cherished new gods? They are these Egyptian gods and basically Lucifer. So um, secrets are in the Great Seal. So you open your $1 bill and all the secret is right in there, and he explains how there is a secret coding in that $1 bill that is actually showing the future of America. So he explains in this book. But here's before and after the presidency of Donald Trump, the U.S. was and now is again an intentionally trajectory to fulfill what famous Freemason Manly P. Hall described as the secret destiny of America. Hall's book includes future national and global subservience to the god of Freemasonry. Who is the god of Freemasonry? It's Lucifer, a deity most Americans would not imagine when reciting the Pledge of Allegiance to one nation under God. Okay, so foretelling, read the third line. It says, foretelling the return of this terrifying demonic god who seizes control of earth in the new world order or ages, right? So anyways, so he has already explained, and he talks a lot of about the corruption of Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, there's Ronald Reagan himself. He talks about pedophilia. He talks about Thomas Jefferson, how he was a not follower of Christ. In fact, 44 presidents, American presidents, were from Freemasons, and how Bush was involved in 9/11. He talks about lots and lot of stuff in that book. In fact, you go to Revelations of Jesus Christ YouTube, and you'll see how the world is a stage, and he will show you how 9/11 was done by Bush, how they are how the children are reciting that the what is it, plane hit the still, or something hits the stills, something like that, while actually the plane is hitting the steel building. Okay, so well, he just go to Revelations of Jesus Christ. That is the YouTube name of the YouTuber, and the videos that he has posted is called World is a Stage, part 1, part 2, and maybe part 3, I believe. And he shows how COVID was a pandemic. He shows lots and lot of the background stuff that is going on. So anybody who thinks that what your government is planning or is doing like I said, if they are doing so much torture on me, with the directed energy weapons, microwave weapons, they burned my cheek and all that, right? So why would someone think that they won't do it to the other people out there? And don't forget that just to do super interrogation with me, they have actually manipulated my surroundings. Anybody who is in my surroundings, they have manipulated those people. So they have given induced accidents to my hubby. They have given induced accident to me. They have given induced sleep to me. They have given induced fall to my mother-in-law. They have given induced fall to my father. Everything, all of this is induced, synchronized, and this is what CIA guy Robert Duncan says, that we have a technology to do improbable synchronizations. Now don't forget, who are these people? They are from satanic cults. They are the UFO cults. Okay, and see, directed energy technologies, neurocybernetics, psychotechnologies, biotechnology, experimental drugs, multinational government contractors, controlled compliant media. So you are not going to see any such thing that says about directed energy weapons being used, or chemtrails that is having aluminum and barium in the sky, or some other man-made sources, because the media is compliant with these very powerful elite people, or CIA, or whoever is controlling the media, right? So the media, whatever they tell, the media is going to blur out. Okay, so one cannot rely on the mainstream media. Decentralized US government control and induced crime wave. This is coming from, this guy is some military guy, okay, who has written this. Julian McKinney, Silver Springs, Maryland, Army War College, okay, Pennsylvania, right? So this is not some BS article. Like, we are looking at these military affairs and everything right here. So induced crime wave, and so that is why you were seeing all these, mostly black people, like, just looting and looting all the stores, like the Nordstrom and the high-end stores, Louis Vuitton, and right. because that is the induced crime wave. They are inducing that, and that is why mostly people are not getting arrested. Mostly they are not being accounted for. This is being done, like, you know, as a part of the agenda, I would say. So raise 1 or 2 generations of children under the auspices of government approved satanic cults such as Colonel USA retired Michael Aquino's Temple of whatever, violent, sexual, physical, and psychological abuse to these children over a period of 15 years will produce generations of dissociative automatons who will comply with instructions in obedient, unquestioning fashion. Their required adherence to cult tenets precludes any consideration of laws governing US society generally. So they are like, they'll be like above the US law, okay? Cult program graduates, among other things, will be expected to participate in contrived UFO abduction scenario. Now, if you just Google fake alien invasion, you'll see these interviews of FBI agent Thomas, I forgot his name. And then there is this another lady, Carol or something. She talks about Werner von Braun, who was the German scientist. I think he used to work, from the paperclip project. He came from Germany, Nazi Germany. After torturing those Jews, he was brought here, and I believe that Werner von Braun told this Carol lady that we have like 4 different stages that we are planning, for the New World Order, and the last 4th step is the fake alien invasion. Now they are just, shooting up my, shooting needle pain in my right armpit as I'm speaking about this fake alien invasion, and I'm showing you all these. Create a global UFO cult which will involve the abduction of citizens so as to foster an illusion that this earth is facing an extraterrestrial invasion. UFO abductees of preference will have an expertise in computer technology, since that expertise will be required in future technocratic RMA scenarios. Now I want to show you one more thing. What happens usually, yesterday also when I was talking about some of the video, you see, this is not a normal ambulance sirens, because yesterday when I was playing a video, I was seated there. I have a swing over there, so I was seated there, and they started ambulance siren. The ambulance came very close by and even honked the horn. Okay, so this is what they used to do when I had ordered Thomas Horn book, and the moment I had not even opened the book, but moment I came into my bedroom to even read, open the book and read it, they immediately started sirens after sirens. And my neighbor here, because we have a lake here, so they might be in their boating dock, I mean the boat or somewhere, so they immediately started to honk, and at the same time the ambulance siren was going on, and at the same time we have a road here, at the same time revving of the engine was going on. So all these 3 things at the same time. Now it could be like Tanut Sudan says, that they have the archonic control, right? Archons control everything. So it could be that that archons are just mimicking everything, but I really doubt, when they are continuously doing for past so many years, that these sirens are going on, right? So anyways, that was the one part of the gang stalking I wanted to show you how they do it. But guess what? Now they stopped giving me this shooting needle pain in my armpit when I went outside to show you that ambulance sirens. So anyways, UFO abductees of preference will have an expertise in computer technology, since the expertise will be required in future technocratic RMS scenarios. Use of experimental drugs, holographic projection capabilities, directed energy technologies, induced auditory input, experimental aircraft, special effects costuming, and stagecraft, among other things, will be used to pursue abductees of the reality of their circumstances. Now I think it's bio.net, and actually guess what, when I went to look up, like, Google again, this particular website, Google was just not showing it. Okay, I don't know, it's called IUBIO. Somehow it was not showing, so I had to literally keep this page open. Now if I go right here, so UFO cult networks will be controlled by US intelligence to limit infiltration and ensure that dissidents do not disrupt the UFO cult long-term agendas. Uncontrolled dissidents will be assassinated, preferably by directed energy means. So, like me, you know how they are continuously doing all these directed energy targeting on me, damage my right eardrum, electric shocks for so many years on the right side that they've been giving me, shooting needle pains in my armpit, in my abdomen, and the twitches they give me on my muscles, and of course the induced dreams that they've been giving for past so many years and not letting me even have a sound sleep. They've done all this with me, right? And that is exactly what Dr. Richard Boylan talks about here, right? That we will be attacked, the star kids will be attacked by directed energy weapons, because their goal is to super interrogate me and to break me, right, at the end of the day. And yeah, their goal is to how to try to win them over to join the group, which is nothing but satanic group that put on this training. Okay, that is the and so they think that it is necessary to round up the starseed who could cause the cabal trouble, because they're actively planning for when the UFO cover-up falls out. Okay, but their main goal is to like terminate me if possible. Because don't forget, CIA guy Robert Duncan has written a book called Soul Catcher. Now when they are demolishing these Maui wildfires, 111 is the Lucifer's number. You have to look at all these numbers that come up on news channels. So 11 is Lucifer's number, and so they love they watch any Illuminati movies or Netflix shows, Illuminati shows, and you'll find number 11, number 18, number 33. All these are their favorite numbers, and they talk in symbolism. So yeah, Maui fires, they're telling you right up front that, oh yeah, we did it, okay? So it's like a sacrifice, like those 9/11 happened, there was kind of sacrifice, 2,000 people or how many or whoever died. They were the sacrifice for Lucifer. Same thing. When they invoke the spirit of chaos, they are doing is like, all these souls that die is kind of sacrifice for Lucifer. And even recently you heard that that thing got imploded, right? Submarine or something, and these two father and son died. So almost Jacob has exposed how that was like a sacrifice for Lucifer, and how it was already programmed in Simpsons few years ago, because they do all these Kobe Bryant, you know how he was killed, right? Or you see this guy, what is his name? Kim Kardashian's, he was like husband or boyfriend, or who was it? Kanye West, sorry, Kanye West. So Kanye West clearly says that, his mother was sacrificed for this ritual purpose. Then he talks about Bill Cosby, somebody was sacrificed for this ritual purpose. Angelina Jolie said that her pet snake was sacrificed for this ritual purpose. You watch Devil in Ohio, they again show, oh, chosen one, this girl is was about to be sacrificed for their Lucifer, right? You watch the movie Hunger, they show sacrificial meat, okay? These are the terms they will continuously keep using. You watch Knock at the Cabin, and they will talk about suicide cult, although like as if they are making fun of it, as if it doesn't exist, but in reality they are telling you about their own cult. Because you read Ralph Epperson's book New World Order, he has clearly written there that whoever joins Freemasons, they take oath to lie, kill, sabotage, and commit suicide. Okay, now they just gave me electric shock on the right side of my head. So now they are want to say that, oh, Ralph Epperson, whatever he wrote is not right. No, we don't do that. People, and Kanye West said so many people go missing in Hollywood. And in Bollywood, when, Sushant Singh Rajput, when he died, in fact, his murder was faked. However, there were so many other people after him that went missing. Literally 15-20 people went missing. And so where are they going? And so they were talking about how they do all these sacrifices for their Lucifer. Anyway, so let's go to directed energy surveillance and weapons technology of all types will be used for purposes of spreading fear and confusion in the population at large. Okay, again, directed energy surveillance and weapons technologies of all, in capitals type, will be used for purposes of spreading fear and confusion in the population at large, for eliminating persons deemed adversarial to US national security interests, and for spotting, assessing, and manipulating potential recruits to army causes. Neurocybernetics and other psychotechnologies will be used to sow confusion and hypochondria in the population at large. The symptoms and effects produced by these and other directed energy technologies will parallel the effects produced by various microbes, viruses, chemical imbalance, thus compelling a large segment of societies to seek medical intervention. Okay, now I don't have a single problem with me other than whatever these people are doing with me. So because I know the difference between a natural one and induced one. Okay, psychiatrists and psychologists will play an important role in these experiments, particularly where denying the efficacy of neurocybernetics psychotechnologies is concerned. Citizens complaining of hearing voices will be used as a basis for government-funded schizophrenic-related brain research, since comprehension and control of the human brain is critical to the sustained success of any long-term RMA. Now, this is what so many targeted individuals have talked about, that they hear these voices, like for example Myron May, who went into some Florida school or college and he shot down few students over there. So he was a targeted individual, and when he was going on YouTube continuously telling how these people were torturing him with V2K, voice to skull technology. So they will feed some kind of voices in his head or in his ears, and then it was literally the way they are humiliating me, right? I have survived all of their humiliations, continuous humiliation for so many years. They do it for every little things. Okay, and so if you see my YouTube channel, it is sometimes in one day I have to make 5-6 videos, and the one video will last for half an hour to 1 hour. It is that long. So I have to for entire morning what happened, then entire afternoon what happened, then entire evening what they did, and entire night what they did. I have to continuously make videos after videos. So imagine the amount of torture, mental torture, and of course physical torture they do. So Myron May couldn't handle it when he tried to tell to his mother. Mother did not listen, and then mother comes later after he's dead. She comes on YouTube and she regrets, oh, I wish I would have listened to my son when he was telling me all this, right? And then Karen Stewart, all these, and she's from NSA, Karen Stewart. She poses herself to be a targeted individual, but she's not. Just like ex-FBI agent, he poses himself to be a targeted individual, but he's not. CIA guy Robert Duncan, he talks about all these technology where they have ability to take over, move somebody's hands, move the jaws, move or the tongue, everything, right? A lot of it is etheric implant, which is nothing but witchcraft. But these directed energy weapons, yeah, they're also using literal weapons, but they are also using witchcraft and voodoo. Okay, just like alien. Oh, they are bringing out these alien news in the mainstream media now. But they are not telling, oh, aliens are jinn and demons and fallen angels. They are not saying that. So similarly, they are continuously telling directed energy weapons. Yeah, the weapons that is actually shown by the previous guy I showed you, right? Where did that guy? It was, I think, in the other iPad. Yeah. I just posted a link in the afternoon, right, where I'm showing this guy who was exposing all the directed energy weapons and chemtrails and all these things that were responsible, right, for these wildfires. So basically it was induced. That's what he was saying. There he he's showing all these things over there. So anyway, so what I am trying to say here is, if these people can do all these torture to me, then why can't they do it to people on a larger scale, right? Especially when they have agenda of depopulation. Almas Jacob has been saying so many times. Secondly, they are, they work for Lucifer, so they continuously require sacrifices after sacrifices. Okay, V2K technology, I was talking about that. I was talking about Jesse Ventura, how he has made a video on targeted individual and shown how V2K technology works. Okay, he has already made the video. He's the governor of Massachusetts, right? He was, sorry. So this is not like something we are talking out of the blue. No, this has been going on. And so if they are doing it on us for years and years, imagine how much pressure a targeted individual is taking. But then if you're not going to speak up against all these crimes, especially when we have the proof, then today it happened in Maui, tomorrow it will happen somewhere else. And these cults, these are the cults, they themselves are doing it. They will continue. They are doing all these weather modification via HARP technology. But then there was this another YouTuber guy. He was white American guy. He was showing weather modification in live. He had this anti-American map, like USA map, and he was showing how these things are positioned on the top of the USA, especially in the southern part, and how it was helping modify the weather. Now let's talk about satanic cult. Drug dealers, gang members recruited off the streets, and foreign nationals will be housed at black-funded government expense under comparatively luxurious circumstances and trained in the use of these directed energy technologies. So who are using these directed energy technologies on me? Satanic cult graduates. So mainly they are these Freemasons, third IQ people, drug dealers. You think they have a good IQ? Gang members recruited off the streets. So you know where these people are coming from. They have the third class IQ, okay? Absolutely low grade IQs. That is what these people, and they are being recruited for these directed energy technologies. So they are gonna oh, we're gonna start pinning you, oh, we found something to horn. So now they're gonna keep poking me, keep poking my armpit, keep poking my abdomen, keep continuously doing it, because that is all they know to do. Okay, because as Tanut Sudan says, most of these people, they are not even people. They are like almost like reptilians. I'm talking about elite people, right? They're all reptilians. They don't have any soul within them. Empathy level. There's nothing there. Okay, they try to pose it that way, but it's nothing over there. Now, mixed biotechnologies and experimental drugs generously throughout all of these ingredients. The unsuspecting US citizen of today may be the cyborg soldier of tomorrow. Look, what are they thinking? Just imagine the thinking this guy is having for to use all these things against citizens. Multinational corporations under contract to the US government play a very important role in this recipe. Particularly those engaged in the development of directed energy surveillance and weapon technologies, and those in the business of telecommunications. Corporations and their subsidiaries will have the primary responsibility of experimenting on US citizens with directed energy technologies under appropriately deniable circumstances, and of maintaining all records concerning the results of that experimentation. So why do you think that directed energy weapon wasn't used in Maui when they are using it on my body? Why can't they use it on citizens at larger scale when they have special agendas of 15-minute series and build back better and all that stuff that was shown in? Just go to my previous video of August 20th. I made it in afternoon. I will actually post it now. I still have to upload it. So the video just prior to this, that video has the link to the guy. There's a video of this guy who's actually exposing it with proof that, oh, look, in the black clouds you could see those two flashes, where the flash is coming from, and how he's showing that a directed energy weapon was actually used in Chile, and how you could see a laser beam come down, and the house or whatever it was on the road, it was in flames. So anyways, so they are telling you right here, it's a military article, right, that they are going to use all this on citizens, and then they will deny about all this. Okay. Corporations will also systematically install surveillance and directed energy targeting systems in government and other office buildings, in public establishment, educational institutions, apartment buildings, neighborhoods, streets, highways, prisons, jails, psychiatric institutions. The public's attention will not be drawn to the antenna arrays and other ground-based devices wiring configurations being used for this purpose. The GPS system will play an important part in these activities, with the expense to be sustained by government-funded contractors. Centralized control of these surveillance and targeting systems will be maintained in appropriately deployed bunkers at an expense to be assumed by black-funded corporate contractors. Contractors may toy with these systems on the occasional basis. So they are toying with me. Oh, contractors are toying with me when they are using these directed energy weapons. Let's do a little bit of directed energy on her armpit. Let's do directed energy on her head, giving her electric shock. Oh, whoa, they are toying, you know. So we are nothing but toys for these people. So you think that, when they are working for Lucifer, you should watch all these movies when they come out with. I just watched this movie where Lucifer had where he had contracted somebody to go and take this person's soul, and so this guy, who is like an interdimensional entity, goes and tries to get the soul of this guy, but in doing so he disrupts the family. There's like chaos going on between the family. But before that, all that happened, everything was fine within the family, not between father and daughter especially. So they show you that how Lucifer is working with these elite people to get as many souls as possible, because he wants to take as many souls as possible with him in the hell. Okay. And then one should think that, oh, why so many billionaire? Literally, the guy was listing 6 to 7 or 7 to 8 billionaires in Maui whose mansions were untouched by these wildfires. How come? So because it's all directed energy, it's all directed targeting. It's called directed targeting. Like, how many times to tell you it's called directed? So anyways, we'll be maintaining appropriately deployed bunkers and towing and all that. Okay. Occasional targets of surveillance to erupt into acts of violence. Okay, like how Myron May went into the act of violence, right? Because he was continuously mentally tortured. Like, for example, he would get up in the night to go to bathroom and then say, imagine he's half asleep. And now he's probably not washing his hands. He came back and he went to sleep. And then immediately he got V2K. Oh, look how disgusting you are. You did not wash your hands. And the same hygienic conditioning is done with me for so many years. It is done with me for so many years about these hygiene stuff, that they would literally mess up my alarm, security alarm, send police to my house, and I wouldn't do it. They would do it, by themselves. So, or give me cuts on my body, or like I said, shooting needle pain in my, for example, today there was, spoon fell down when I was taking it out from the dishwasher, and so I picked up the spoon from say the spoon was like this on the ground. So I picked up from this part, which was then touching the ground. So immediately they gave me shooting needle pain in my right side of my abdomen. And I placed that spoon back in the dishwasher for, next round of cycle for it to wash it again. So yeah, why did you touch the spoon? You see how the picked up these third IQ people who are picked up from the streets, who are using these directed energy weapons. For them, you picked up from the floor, so now we have to give you shooting needle pain in your right side of the abdomen. But they are not seeing from which part I'm picking up, which is not touching the ground, and I'm placing it back in the thing. But I see my mother-in-law, if something is fallen down, even food, she'll just pick it up and she'll just start cooking with it. Okay, for that, then they don't do anything with her, because she's not a targeted individual. Only I am, because I'm the starseed, I'm the chosen one, I'm the targeted individual who has all this light within me, and they have to continuously humiliate me to give my energy to their aliens, greys, reptilians, okay, who are nothing but jinn and demons, right? So let's go back to here. Contractors may toy with these systems on occasional basis, such as bringing down an airliner or two for test purposes. Okay. Okay. So contractors are going to use these directed energy weapons to bring down an airliner or two for test purposes. Now, if you do this fake alien invasion, you go to YouTube, you type fake alien invasion, and this FBI guy's interview will pop up. His name is, or just write fake alien invasion and FBI, and his interview should pop up. He's literally telling that the next phase is coming where military will start shooting the airliners. Okay, and you will see that all these planes will start falling from the sky, or basically, that's the new thing. They are going to start doing it. There is somewhere in the similar line that they are talking here, right here. By inducing occasional targets of surveillance to erupt into acts of violence involving mass murder, right? Now, I have seen these people use these frequencies on me, like giving me extreme headaches, like so much heaviness in my head. It feels like 10 tons of some weight has been placed on my head. And I know it is all induced because all of a sudden it will start, or they will have something extreme heaviness from these directed energy weapons or microwave weapons or whatever the frequencies that they are using and messing up with my brain. I can tell that it's sometimes you just go into this like very low mode. Okay, so I don't know if, I'm sure they are doing anger, invoking all this. Now, yeah, with continuous humiliation and torture, yeah, I used to get angered a lot initially, and I have made all these videos. You check back into 2018, 19, 20 that I've made the videos, because I had no clue. They were literally blaming me for every single thing. Mainly it was cooking. Oh, you use so much oil, so much this. Oh, you cook this. Oh, you didn't cook this. Oh, you did that. Oh, you didn't do that. It was continuous dictation and humiliation. And even the military helicopter would pass over my house for that little thing. The ambulance sirens will start, the raving of the engine even at 2 a.m. just to tell me, oh, you serve this, you do this. The same slavery programming with me, dictation programming with me. Anyway, so let's talk about inducing these. But until then, people, unless and until a person is thrown towards the edge where the person gets so much angered and so much into, oh, now I need to go and start shooting people, I need to go and start killing people around. Why it has to come to the stage? Why nobody can speak up against these crimes? I wish I knew about Myron May back then, what he was going through. And even right now, I'm posting on so many different websites, YouTube channels, these links, and nobody cares to speak up against it. Why? Because JW Workout TV turned out to be a Satanist. He's showing Apple over there. This Iron in the Soul guy, you think that he didn't click on my link? Of course he did, because he's posting almost every day. He's posting one video on chosen ones, right? And so he's very active on YouTube. So you're telling me that he's not seeing his comment? He's not reading his comment section? Of course not. Of course, yes, he's reading it. That's what I mean. So anyways, let's go to... Where was I? Oh, right here. So they will do acts of violence involving mass murder by assassinating occasional sports and public figures who exceed agreed upon standards of mediocrity. So if you are exceeding some standards of mediocrity, then they're gonna assassinate you. Okay. However, no concerted large-scale effort is permitted until the ingredients of this recipe have obtained a proper mix. Investment portfolios and other financial inducements are critical. Okay. Satanic cult kiddies, okay, trained as porn stars, serve as equally useful purpose as do demonstration of the effectiveness of directed energy technologies or on more whatever types. Greed has long been recognized as the primary mover shaker in matters covert and should be exploited accordingly. Out of work East Bloc military personnel and their vehicles and other equipment will be brought into this country under the guise of a UN logo to be housed under comparatively luxurious circumstances at black funded corporate expense for specialized urban LIC training under otherwise deniable DoD auspices. The US use of a UN logo on incoming vehicles and uniform is to spread confusion and fear in the populace at large, thus facilitating efforts by this government at eliminating that institution as a potentially effective tool for peaceful change. Okay, I'm not gonna go into this. Oh, wait. Maybe this is important. Foreign national scientists, predominantly from the far Near East and from Germany and Russia, will be brought into this country to participate in such activities as brain and biophysics research as they pertain to further development of neurocybernetics and other directed energy technologies. A controlled and compliant media is critical to sustain deniability in this evolutionary process. The media will ignore complaints from US citizens regarding growing evidence of police state actions in this country, while concurrently lauding the military's advanced technologies as being the gentle supplement to existing conventional weapon system. The media will also ensure that the public's attention is kept diverted from more serious issues, that it is focused on hyped up sleaze events, kneecapping of Nancy O.J. Simpson's problems with satanic cult, murders, the bobbing of Bobbitt. When pondering the national security implications of an Amy Fisher, the public is not likely to notice the antenna arrays springing up around this country like mushrooms. The inducing of sick office buildings and public establishments by directed energy means on an ever-widening basis. Okay. Oh man, crimes in this country will be induced. The sales of illegal drugs and weapons reap profits which help to fund the foregoing. This activity is the preferred alternative to increased taxes, since tax increase tend to alienate a public which already has doubts. Drug dealers will be protected since they play an important role in this recipe. Widespread addiction to illegal drugs and drug sale profits will serve to eliminate and neutralize a large parasitic segment of society which might otherwise make undue demands for a piece of American pie, which is employment, education, all that. Drug addiction fosters a certain degree of crime. However, to ensure that the public comprehends the need for Martinan laws, expanded law enforcement capabilities, and greater number of prisons, crimes of a sensational nature will be induced on a periodic basis, which with the help of the media will lead to the public's voluntarily agreeing to sacrifice its privacy for safety. Neurocybernetics, psychotechnologies, biochemicals, directed energy weapons, and surveillance systems will be used to induce acts of violence ranging from simple one-time mass murders, such as in post office or on subway systems, to long-term serial killings involving cannibalism and other gruesome deeds. Rape and child molestation will be facilitated by means of directed energy radar targeting of reproductive organs. Just imagine whoever is writing these articles or these points. Just imagine the brain, the mindset of this person. Who is a real psycho here? Okay, let's move on. The perpetrators of these crimes, by claiming to hear voices and to be the targets of radio frequency harassment, will serve two distinct purposes. First, they will enhance official deniability, since the public is not yet prepared to believe their claims of mind control experiment. That is what I'm saying. Mind control experiment is what is going on with me continuously. I've been saying, watch my videos from years after years after years, right? Like, that is what I'm saying. That they are uploading my brain to some computer, and that is how they are continuously monitoring me and doing all this, right? About Richard Boylan here clearly says that they're doing Operation Stargazer, watching me 24/7, 365 days, right? That is what they're doing with me. Anyways, let's go back here. Second, they will hasten the process of the public's abandoning privacy for the sake of safety. Prison inmates will routinely be targeted for experimentation. Those sociopathic and psychopathic prisoners who show the greatest potential for future social disruption will be the most likely to be paroled or to be allowed to escape before we proceed with step 12. Oh my gosh, this is a lot, right? Okay, right here. So once this relatively low-level chaos has commenced, all previously regulated communication frequencies will be overridden by a single transmission coming from an underground bunker, specifically the voice of an extraterrestrial announcing that this country has been invaded from outer space. TVs and radios which are not operating at the time of this announcement will be activated by means of technologies recently adopted for national emergency purposes. Viewers of TVs will be addressed by a person garbed in special effects, extraterrestrial costuming, and makeup. The average US citizens being gullible in cases involving War of the Worlds scenarios and having no knowledge of the effects produced by highly amplified directed energy systems will firmly believe that an extraterrestrial invasion is underway. UFO cultists persuaded that their equivalent of a god has arrived will rush to their terminals and assign directed energy emitters on which and they have been systematically trained to assist the invaders in this takeover. Imported East Bloc mercenaries will also be set loose upon the terrorized public. So basically they are talking about fake alien invasion. Okay, so you just type in fake alien invasion and on YouTube and you'll see all the things. Okay, now we are talking about power elites and cabal, right? They conjure black magic, they do dark rituals, they have this entire negative alien agenda here, and the same negative alien agenda is spoken by this girl. You go to energeticsynthesis.com, Sapphire Diamond Shield, and they have actually made entire series on this which is called Manifest on Netflix, and literally they show targeted individuals in the series Netflix, and so you'll see ear ringing and all that, circle with a dot, that is nothing but targeted individual. Targeted individual is nothing but a chosen one. Chosen one is nothing but a star kid. Star kid is nothing but what this Dr. Richard Bolen is talking about, the star kids everywhere, right? That's us. So basically literally they are showing me in the thing Manifest. Okay, I'm not gonna go into all these things. People can read about all these. She also talks about directed energy weapons and negative alien agenda and all that, but I'm gonna go right here. And this is her article only, all this ascensionglossary.com. She talks about negative alien agenda, archons, extraterrestrials, mind control, psychopathic personality. They have these people, they have no empathy, no feelings, no remorse, and the same thing is being talked targeting of star seeds. So it's like me, the Darlington Moses has written this book, and here he talks about the same thing, that how we star seeds have all these higher frequency within us, or we are the source conscious energy, and so these archons continuously hit us because they want to bring down our frequency and continuously use our positive or loose energy for their aliens and reptilians and greys. Okay, that's the main purpose. So people are writing books and books on star seeds, chosen ones. YouTube channel is filled with chosen ones. So when there is so much focus on us, obviously we are a threat to the cabal. Then obviously there should be someone out there who should be speaking up for me and for so many other targeted individuals and star kids who are being targeted. Just go Google intoworlds.net. Even that lady, Carissa Conti, that's not her real name, but she, I believe, is from Florida, and she was targeted and tortured since 2003. And she mentions all these things on her website, from cuts, from these bluish purplish mark on her body, to helicopters flying over her house, to synchronizations, deja vu, to ear ringing, ear muting, parallel synchronicities, all these things she talks about, and that is nothing but it is their alien agenda. Okay, alien implants. Okay, like montauk.net guy said, there are two implants, either etheric implants or physical implants in your brain. That is the only way they can do mind reading and, you know, all these things that they are doing with me. So, and but then ultimately it all comes down to the second alien invasion that they are planning for, which is the real alien for them is Jesus Christ. So they are planning to have one world order so that they can fight against the real God who will come down, because they want to rule for Lucifer. Lucifer wants to rule this earth, like he is the God of this earth, because it is he who has given all these technologies to, like, you know, the Apple phone. First of all, the symbolism, Apple tells you it's satanic or satanist. So, and the first Apple phone was sold for 666.66. Now 666 is nothing but mark of the beast, right? So it should tell you that all these technologies coming from Lucifer. Now Lucifer and their army, or these so-called gene reptilians, whoever you want to call grays, they want to have their rule on this earth out and open. So they want to give like homage to these people, to these reptilians, these elite people, right? Because, oh, you've given all this technology to us, thank you, so now we'll do everything to make sure that you're antichrist, right? What Thomas Horn says, that they're preparing America for their future cherished new god. Okay, and he talks about how America is making a way in 2025 for Antichrist. So, but, well, I'm not gonna show this here, but so even here you just look about this: unstable wounded personality, sexual energy manipulation, domestic abuse, victimizer, collective archetypes. There's lots and lots. I mean, you watched Anuj Sudan's video, you'll understand a lot of the matrix stuff that's going on, all the programming, new age movement, mind control. Okay, there's a lot of things she talks about on uncompromised truths about the gullible, deceived, tagged, implanted, mind controlled, unaware minions of Team Dark, Lisa Renee, on channeling, ascended masters, Archangel Michael, Galactic Federation, astral rape. Okay, so there's a lot of thing that is going on here. Archontic deception strategy. Okay, so she has mentioned all these. You just go to like Ascension Glossary. This is the website you go to, and she has mentioned lots and lot of stuff over there. So let's see. Okay, yeah, so that's all I think I wanted to show you, that if these people can write about all these things here, then why can't they do it? Like, for example, we had 80 earthquakes, I told you in my previous videos, right? All that was artificially made. 80 earthquakes out of nowhere. That's not normal. That is artificially induced. So why can't they do an earthquake in Turkey? Of course they can. And so why can't they do these wildfires? Now you go to this YouTube guy, it's called Revelations of Jesus Christ, YouTuber. Okay, he's a YouTuber. Okay, let me go to YouTube and I'll show you where he is. Revelations of Jesus Christ. Yeah. Oh, right here. Okay, you go to this guy's channel. Okay, it's this guy, and go to videos, and here you'll see can you handle the truth? The world is a stage, part 4, but this is a trailer, 2-minute trailer. But he talks about this Lucifer and all their secret programming. Right here, the world is a stage, part 3, Tower of Babel. So, oh, sorry. So you watched this particular video. Okay, this was part 2 about Kanye West and all that, but you watched part 3. Oh, where did it go? What did I do? Part 3. Oh, there. Okay. So right here. Also, he shows about dark portals of New Year's Eve, Babylon Within. This is the part 3. This is really like he will open your eyes. Like part 2, World is a Stage part 2. And there got to be part 1 somewhere. But he's also showing, oh, what is it? Part 1? Yeah, right there. Part 1. Okay. All these people, and mainly all of these people that you see, politicians from all around the world, they are the contributors of World Economic Forum. The main guy is Klaus Schwab, right? So they are, all these people are agenda contributors, and their agenda is to depopulate through weather manipulation, have these smart cities, 15-minute cities and all that. They want to have these, you also watch this, it's the Beyond Reset, okay? And this is what Almas Jacob already showed. Watch this animated cartoon. Oh, very nice. Beyond the Reset, animated short film by 3D Epics 5 months ago, okay? They are showing that how the government is gonna feed you grasshoppers, okay, in the form of protein instead of protein. There will be no cows left on this earth. Why? Oh, because their fart has methane, so that is accumulating a lot of gas in the contributing towards these global warming and all that. So they're gonna get rid of the cows. They're gonna get rid of most of the meat, and that is why you are seeing Beyond Meat and beyond everywhere, right? So, and Bill Gates is like the main contributor of that Beyond Meat. Now, then there will be Beyond something plant, and there will be, so basically they would not want you to eat these plants and animals. They want you to start eating insects, and that is what they're going to feed you in future. And that is what Almas Jacob was exposing when he was showing how Angelina was doing a mind programming of people when she herself is eating these spiders and insects and in front of the children. And then there we have the Bollywood celebrity who was who is shown to eating these insects, okay? So that is the mind programming, and the same thing they're showing it here in the Beyond the Reset thing. How people are quarantined in these, and now they're just continuously giving me tweets on the right. Oh, no, don't say all that, we are not going to do all that, it was just there to just whatever. Beyond Meat is, it's very healthy. No, we're not gonna slash the cows. Or maybe they want to say, oh, we're gonna slash the cows, and don't say it, whatever it is, I don't know. Well, time will tell, right? Time will tell. But a lot of stuff that they've said before, or in fact, Almas Jacob has been showing, like, oh, he was talking about this digital currency few years ago before any of this had happened. He was literally talking about these agendas after agendas way before it is in the main newsstream media, right? He was talking about this weather manipulation. He was talking about every single thing before it actually hits. So how come it's a conspiracy theory, right? Because I literally showed you that they are here, mainstream media is here to deny everything. That is clearly what this article was saying, right? The mainstream media is here to clearly deny everything. So it's called bar.net. But if you try to Google this, the article is not coming up. I tried to do it, but now it's just going away. Like, I'm not able to pull it up from Google. So I don't know if they're shadow banned it or they have like now banned it. I don't know what it is, but that's the proof that government is here using directed energy weapons on me, on many targeted individuals, on Myra and May they've already used. And they are just type in targeted individuals, directed energy weapons, and you'll see articles after articles. You'll see Facebook filled with targeted individuals and directed energy weapons. You'll see Twitter filled with those two words. You'll see Google filled with those two words. YouTube is filled with those two words. So nobody can deny it. And so if they're using it on us, so many people already, and treating us worse than like lab rats, then why do you think that they're not going to use it on Maui or on any other, in Turkey or whatever, if they can do 80 earthquakes in my area, just for dictations and super interrogation purpose for me alone, why do you think that they can't do wildfires somewhere else for their purpose of making these rebuilding, build back better, right? What is the other guy was showing in that YouTube, in the other video that I posted? You got to watch that video because he's literally showing you, he's driving you through that that agenda and all the directed energy technologies that they've used in these Maui fires. And there was this other guy, his name is Hustle. Okay, I don't want to say the name, but okay. Okay, this guy. So if you just see this, oh no, not this. Oh, here, Maui massacre corruption just got even worse. So if you watch this 1444 minutes video, he's clearly showing how in 2018 there was article about chemtrails that are shooting down all these aluminum and barium in the sky, and it can actually cause wildfires. So this chemtrails thing has been going on since so many years everywhere in NATO countries and here in America. So, or else why is somebody writing article on that, right, if that is not true? And why is it even allowed in the, to be so famous, that article, whereas my videos, they barely get 2-3 views, and these articles are just going viral. Like, how the heck is that possible, right? But it was allowed, right? Because government, they just tell you, we're going to do this, we're going to have these 15-minute cities, we're going to do global reset, we're going to do weather manipulation, we're going to do all this. What are you going to do about it, right?